Nantomomo, welcome to my channel. So today I just wanted to show how I make my jewelry. I have a company called Kanebelle and I sell items made from upcycled materials. So here I'm mixing the resin and I'm adding pigment. And when it comes to making my items, I just do whatever comes to mind. I don't have a plan. I don't look at any references. I just mix something together. I just mix the medium together and I decide what I'm going to make with the medium. And I'm sorry about the positioning of my camera. My workstation is a bit small, so it's very hard to fit the camera and all the materials I need on the little tiny workstation. So it's angled very awkwardly. And there are gold flakes and multicolored flakes. So I started my business in Japan, and I did it as a way of using materials that often go to waste during my fashion projects. I would see my classmates throw away like a lot of their fabric and a lot of stuff that they don't use, and I decided to start collecting a lot of the scraps, and I started using those scraps to make jewelry. And I do want to expand past jewelry. I want to make more, but for now I'm trying to perfect making jewelry. And so there, I was trying to get purple, but it became pink. I mixed a red and a blue glow-in-the-dark pigment. But I decided to just stick with the pink. So here is a mold. I'm wiping it down with alcohol right now. And here is a mold I bought from Etsy. I can link the place I bought it online in the description. I wanted the earrings to be dark, so I decided to make the top of it black, and then I used the glittery resin as a base. And there is black fabric that I cut up into small pieces that was left over from my final project. So I made the mistake of letting the tweezers touch the resin, and then I had an issue with it sticking, the fabric sticking to the tweezers. So I'm just using this tool to evenly distribute the fabric pieces. And now I'm putting on a second layer. Jewelry making with resin can get pretty messy. I am very clumsy and I tend to make mistakes often, so I was worried about making a video and showing people the process. The end result always looks nice, but the process is messy. The reason why it's 2 days later is because if you see on this side, I'm showing you, it looks very round, it looks very shiny. So that I did a process that's called doming. And doming is just supposed to make it have a better finish, pretty much. So the reason why it's 2 days later is because resin takes a day. And so I did the base layer and then I did one side and now I'm doing the second side. So here I'm mixing the resin, and when you're doming, you're supposed to let it sit for a bit, but I just started right away and it ended up causing a few issues. You'll see some of the resin ends up coming off of the one side and it ends up getting all over the paper towel, and I don't know why I didn't wait. And I put a little bit of glitter in it because I like glitter in everything. Three of the pieces that I have on this paper towel, they're made with scrap fabric from sewing projects. And then two of them, the pink ones, are made with dried flowers. And those dried flowers are the flowers I received when I arrived in Hawaii. They were on my lei, and I decided that I wanted to use it for something else. So I dried them and then I crushed them up, and now I'm putting them into my earrings. Doming, you have to make sure that you're covering the whole item properly, that you're getting like every little surface, but you also have to make sure that it's not falling to the other side. And there are other tools I could be using for this, I just didn't have them at the time. But a paper towel or a flat surface is not the best. You should have something that slightly elevates it so that if the resin does drip off, it doesn't pull on the other side and cause a mess. Butterfly molds are the hardest to do the doming on because it ends up falling to the other side. It ends up dripping down always. It's really difficult. not the smartest. As you can see, I ended up getting some on my finger, so I decided to use the pick, which is way smarter. So now what I'm doing is I'm trying to move them out of the way. You'll probably see me spray some alcohol on them. This is to get all the bubbles out. And I'm moving them out of the way because I had a lot of resin left over for this. I made way too much. And I decided to not let that resin go to waste. So I'm going to make a few more items. I really like this mold. So I added black pigment to the remaining resin. And with the amount of time it took for me to do all of these earrings, the resin is starting to get hard and it's very hard for me to work with at this time. So I'm trying to work quickly and efficiently to make sure that I can use as much as I can. When it gets to this point, it's easier for it to hold bubbles, and it's harder for it to spread into each and every crevice of the mold. I think at this point I was just looking at it. I was trying to make sure that I got every single bubble. So now I'm moving that out of the way. I still had a lot more resin left over, so I'm using another mold. And right now I'm using the spray alcohol and I'm wiping it down. And with these, there's not really much I have to do because they're just simple rectangles and squares. I'm just making sure that I fill it properly. And with that, we are almost finished. And so the final products will be on my social media and also on my Etsy page if you'd like to see. With this, I just wanted to show the resin casting. And so I hope you enjoyed the video and have a good day, and thank you for watching. Bye!